Hi, I'm Karen Beers, and along with my husband Dean, we are associates in forensic investigations. This is our updated course on private investigator standards and ethics. This has been updated from 1 hour of continuing education to 2 hours. This is for the new and experienced investigator. We will cover key areas including common ground rules founded in ethics, understanding core ethical duties, recognize gray areas, apply practical decision making, and much more. What we will cover in this course, and be sure to have your course PDF handout ready to follow and take notes for the quizzes and exams. Ethical ground rules for private investigators. Foundations of private investigator ethics. Transparency. Confidentiality. Client communications. Your private life, is it? And personal integrity. Avoiding conflicts of interest. Included in your course PDF handout is a bonus, Our Agency Ethics, compiled from ethics found in state licensing, associations, and certifications.
Well, the first thing to note on this is all associations and licensing programs, and actually every certification that I know of, professional certification, including our own Certified Forensic Death Investigator program, and those that I hold as a Certified Legal Investigator, or CLI, and my wife and I both hold as Certified Criminal Defense Investigators, all have ethics. Some of them are specific to that certification, and some of them are the same as associations and licensing. And in fact, during my time with our state association, PBIC, Professional Private Investigation Gators Association of Colorado, while I was on the legislative committee for licensing, we helped draft that for the state licensing authority at the time we had licensing. So that's important. We need to, follow these ethics, specifically investigator ethics, with some very specific things. So, welcome to this course, and let's get started with a couple important things. You have two very important elements. First is that what may be legal may not be ethical, and what may be ethical may not be legal. And it's very important that you understand, and this is what the course is about, these simple concepts. Now, generally speaking, you're not going to have anything that is not legal but still ethical. But I put that there so that we can basically emphasize you have to have both together. You can't have one without the other. So here, let's talk about the openness about your methods and your practices, limitations you might have, and some affiliations. So the first thing we need to talk about is that investigators need to be very clear and explain their lawful investigative processes to their client before starting assignment. Now, this is not to say, share, all kinds of special things that you do and stuff like that, but just that you're going to do things in an ethical and legal way. So we're going to start this out with talking about the legal obligations you have. And this is extremely important, as is everything in this course. So the first thing we need to talk about is that you as a private investigator need to comply with all the civil and criminal laws that exist both locally, so that could be your city and or county, state, and then of course federal. That any of these regulations, including under your licensing. So let's get started with talking about reporting standards. And again, verbal or written. Your investigative reports must be factual. That seems obvious, but it's an ethical requirement that we have. They must be objective and they must be without speculation. There's really nothing written in statutes about that, but it is an ethical issue, and it does involve things in statute, rules of evidence, regarding fact witnesses versus expert witnesses, things like that. And your report's the same way. So let's talk about your digital footprint, social media, conflicts of interest online. This is such a common thing, and it's kind of a pet peeve in many ways. I used to be a moderator for several online forums for private investigators on various social media platforms, and to see what investigators would put out there um, was just alarming in so many ways. And it was actually, I got away from social media for a variety of reasons. That was one of them. It just was disturbing to see so much. So let's talk about identifying real versus perceived conflicts. Um, Conflicts of interest can involve knowing any person involved in an investigation. That could be the attorneys, uh, the parties, opposing. It could involve persons involved in the case. So, for example, we work with a lot of forensic pathologists, and we work with a lot of attorneys in the same jurisdictions as those pathologists, and they may have done a case, the pathologist may have done an autopsy on a case. We're working for an attorney. We have to disclose that. Now, there may be nothing beyond that, but we still have to disclose that. That wraps up this course. And on behalf of Karen and myself, thank you very much for taking our courses. You can find more of our courses right here on this platform under your student profile. And you can also supplement your courses with any of our books. We have them at www.privateinvestigations.org. I have that link right here on the screen for you. You can go there and find out more about some of the resources we use and make available or have found. Make yourself easier, as well as ordering our books. Our books are discounted. Now you can buy them on Amazon, plus you get them direct from us, customized to you. Before I go, again, on behalf of Karen and myself, thank you very much. Uh, Here is our contact information, as well as things that we do in the private investigator expert consultation sector outside of our courses and books. So feel free to look us up, reach out to us if we can help you in any way. We certainly appreciate it. Again, thank you very much for taking your courses, and find more on this platform. So if you really like this course, we recommend looking into our other courses on this platform, including this one here. And don't forget, you can always find our digital interactive catalog at this web address. Thanks, and see you at the next course.